Ahoy, swabs! Captain Jeff the Pirate here, at your service. Welcome to Captain Jeff, reviewing media from October. Normally Lucha Man be doing this, but the Captain feels he needs to take on certain responsibilities every once in a while and get back into connection with his channel. Arr. So anyway, during the month of October, 4 Halloween-related media comes out, so I got to view it, and now I review it for your pleasure. Sorry this be a wee bit late. Anyway, the first October thing I be reviewing is Straight Outta Nowhere. Scooby Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog. Arr. This film, it actually be coming out last year, and so it was roughly 2 decades in the making. So back when Courage the Cowardly Dog first debuted on the Cartoon Network, Scooby Doo had already been running rampant on that channel for a good while then, as it's been around for, at this point, roughly 50 years, give or take. Yeah, so Scooby Doo has seniority, but yeah. There was a promotion where Courage be spooked by 2 monsters, but it turns out to be the Scooby and the Shaggy spooking the Courage. Fast forward a little later, and Cartoon Network had a special spooktacular marathon. The gang their van be hit by a mysterious light, and they have to take up residency at the house in the middle of nowhere, where they tell scary stories to try to figure out, as Eustace put it, which of these 2 dogs be the big R chicken. It was a marathon of Scooby-Doo and Courage. People got to vote, and Courage was the bigger fraidy cat dog thing. Arr. So anyway, this film, 20 years later, debuted last year. What be the film about? Well, somehow, the Scooby-Doo gang seem to end up in Kansas. They solve a mystery, and thanks to something that something only Courage can hear, that Scoob can hear, they end up in the middle of nowhere. And they meet everyone's favorite pink fraidy dog, Courage, and they meet Muriel. Now, these 2 voice actors had revived their roles for one last time for this project. Now, prior to this, a couple of years back, Mr. John R. Dillsworth had made a completely CGI animated short. You can find it here on the YouTube. It's called The Fog of Courage. Yes, I know his name is Courage. I be pronouncing it with a flourish. But anyway, yeah, it'd be here on the YouTube. It's again with Courage's voice actor, Muriel's voice actor, and a different Eustace. So by this film, Eustace has his 4th voice actor. We've gone through 3. The main show we had 2 different voices for Eustace, and the short was a different voice actor. Same for this film. And I gotta give the person doing Eustace credit. They're trying to do it. It's not quite there, but they're putting in the effort. I mean, Eustace had a very distinct voice. Speaking of voices, the voice of Miss Muriel, she be no longer with us. This was her last recording before she passed away early on this year. Okay, so they arrive at the farmhouse, and strange things be going on. So, if you haven't seen Courage the Cowardly Dog, basically Courage, Eustace, and Muriel, they are living in the middle of nowhere, and nowhere nowhere was gravity falls before gravity falls. Strange doings and transpirings going on. Arr. A lot of spooky stuff too. Arr. Anyway, the movie is pretty good. While it does some of the classic things from a Scooby-Doo thing, Shaggy and Scooby overeat, running through a hallway of doors back and forth during the monster chase, looking for the clues, there was also a whole bunch of stuff from the Courage show. There was a lot of still shots and references to the show and past episodes. And, well, it gives the very, very bare minimum hint as to who the villain behind the rubber mask is for this episode, but overall you couldn't really tell who the villain was. After watching it, it's like, oh, so that's what they meant by that. So this film was interesting, but I gotta admit, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. It was good, but it was missing a little something to keep it from getting the 10 of excellence. I mean, the animation quality is good, the story is alright, and the voice acting is good, but... Alright, so here's a few things. Like I said, the whole mystery thing, that was kind of a little off there. It was nice to see Courage and Scooby interact officially, and not just a series of commercials. But here's one of the really interesting things. When they announced this film a while ago, Twitter, John R. Dillsworth then posted a comment saying that he had not worked on this film. He knew nothing about this film. So it's like, okay, you have the man who created Courage, and he knew nothing about this film. What be going on here? So yeah, little conflict there. So then the film is trying to find a director. So they contact Mr. Maxwell Adams. And if that name sounds familiar to ye older cartoon lot, that's because he be the man behind the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy. When he heard Mr. Dillsworth was not involved with this project, he politely turned it down. So, much respect and credit to Mr. Adams. Yeah, so the film came out last year on the DVD. But fortunately, they decided to air it for free on the regular TV for us regular viewers. So it's something good, but well, I guess I got what I paid for. It was free, so I don't have to worry about buying it. But yeah, they've been doing so many Scooby Doo films by now. Yeah. So I do like the film. It's not something that I would go out of my way to watch again or to pay for. But if it comes on next Halloween, then I might watch it just for refresher. But yeah, if you get a chance, check it out if you're a fan of the old Scooby Doo and the Courage. That's all the time we have for this episode. Be sure to stick around and check out this channel because I'll be doing 3 more Halloween related videos.